Hello guys. So today we'll be discussing about how to convert a decimal to binary number. So the question goes as follows. Write a program in C++ to convert a decimal number to binary number, okay? And we will be also be needing to display the iteration steps which leads to the final result, okay? So we need also to display the final iteration steps which leads to the final result. Okay, so first we'll be considering two test cases which are 9 and 17. Okay, so the first test case is 9, which is a decimal number, and we need to convert this 9 to a binary number. Okay, so first we'll be taking two columns like R for remainder and Q for quotient. Okay, so 9 by 2 gives a remainder of 1 and a quotient of 4. Then we divide the quotient, which is obtained intermediately. So 4 by 2 gives a remainder of 0 and a quotient of 2. Okay. Then we divide 2 by 2, which gives a remainder of 0 and a quotient of 1. And then we finally divide 1 by 2, which gives a remainder of 1 and a quotient of 0. So finally, when we obtain the quotient as 0, we terminate the step. And we display the sequence. Okay. So this one forms the unit place of the decimal number of the binary number. Then 0 forms the tens place of the binary number. This 0 forms the hundreds place of the binary number, and this forms the thousands place of the binary number. So finally 9, which is a decimal number, gets converted to a binary number which is 1001. Okay, so this one goes here, these two zeros come in the middle, and 1 here comes in the front. Okay, so the last one we get which comes in the front. So again we'll be taking a second test case which is 17. Second test case which is 17. Okay, so we'll be making two columns R and Q. Okay, so 17 by 2, the remainder is 1 and the quotient is 8. Okay, now we divide the intermediate quotient to get the remainder and the quotient intermediates. So 8 divided by 2 gives a remainder of 0 and a quotient of 4. So 4 by 2 gives a remainder of 0 and a quotient of 2. Then 2 divided by 2 gives a remainder of 0 and a quotient of 1, and when 1 gets divided by 2, the remainder is 1 and the quotient is 0. Okay, so finally 17 gets converted to a binary number. So in this sequence 1 forms the units digit, either last, and this one forms the first digit. So 17 gets converted to 10001. Okay, so this is the final binary number of 17. So now we are going to discuss the flowchart of the above problem. Okay, so here we have two flowcharts. So one is the normal main method which we are going to use in our program, and we are using another function which is dec underscore to bin, so decimal underscore to binary. This is another function which we will be calling from the main method. Okay, so we start, then we take a number, input number n, and then we pass that number to a function decimal underscore to binary, which calls this method. Okay, this is called, this function is called from this. Okay, and after the function returns the result, we print the final binary number, and then we end the main method. So we have completed the execution of the main method, and now we are going to see the execution of the function. So dec underscore to bin takes an input number n, and we initialize some variables like I is equal to 1, bin is equal to 0, so bin is the final binary number, and step is equal to 1. So how many iteration steps we are required for converting a decimal number to a binary number. Okay, so d is equal to n percent 2, so this is the remainder after dividing the initial number by 2, and then we form the binary number using this relation. So binary number is equal to binary number plus I into d. So what is I? I is equal to I into 10. Okay, so we actually increment I, and we move one place ahead. So when we are in the uh, units digit of the binary number, we have I is equal to 1, and when we are in the tens place, we have I is equal to 10, and when we are in the uh, hundreds place, we have I is equal to 100. Okay, so it increments the places in the binary number. Okay, so intermediately we print the iteration steps. Okay, because we are required to print the intermediate iteration steps, and then we finally divide the original number n is equal to n by 2 to proceed with the quotient. Okay, so then we check that is the final number is not equal to 0 or not. So if it becomes 0, we terminate the process and return the binary number, and if it's not equal to 0, then we again go back and process as usual. Okay, so this whole sequence of steps is actually a loop, and we loop over until and unless n is not equal to 0. Okay, so this is the explanation of the flowchart of the above problem. Okay, so hello friends, now we are going to demonstrate the conversion of a decimal number to a binary number, and we are going to show how to write the code for that. Okay, so first I'll be including the necessary libraries at the first, like hash include bits slash std c++ dot h. Okay, then I'll be using namespace std. Okay, and then I'll be declaring the main method int main long int n. So first I'll be taking a number as an input. Let's say it's n. So cin n. So I've used long int because there might be bigger numbers, bigger standard numbers. So cout n, which is a decimal number in binary So let's say we call the function dec underscore to bin bracket n. So I pass the required element, and then let's say take this as a word wrap. So dec underscore to bin n. So I call the function, and then I end the line. Okay, so I've not declared the function as of now. I'll be declaring it sooner. So return 0. Okay. So before this, I'll be declaring the main function. So my return type will be long int dc underscore to bin, and the argument is int n. Okay. Now I'll be declaring some necessary variables like long int. Okay, so I'll be declaring it later. I'm keeping it blank for so that I can later accommodate the variables which I will be requiring. Okay, so do d is equal to n%2. Okay, so bin is equal to, we have seen in the flow chart why we are using bin and how we are implementing the binary number. So d into I. So first I'm calculating the remainder in d, and then I'll be adding it place wise. Okay, so I actually demands the shows out the place at what place we are at. Okay, either at the ones place, thousands, hundreds place, tens place, or thousands place, or later. So I'll be declaring the steps, the intermediate steps like step, step, and let's say I'm taking the d variable d here, then the bin variable, then the I variable. Okay, now I'll be taking another variable which is step, which is equal to 1. Okay, so plus plus step plus plus a colon. Okay, then n, then by 2, then let's say remainder equal to d, which is the remainder. Then I'll be putting a comma, and then I'll be displaying the quotient. Okay, so I'll be displaying the iteration steps through this method. Quotient. Okay, quotient is equal to n by 2 and ended. Okay, now I'll be taking I is equal to I into 10 because I'll be incrementing the number of place. So at what place the digit gets extracted. So n is equal to n by 2, and dividing the final number so that I can work with the next iteration. So while n is not equal to 0, okay, semicolon, return bin. So I return the final binary number. Okay, so we have worked with the all the steps, and we have declared all the variables like the bin. So here bin is equal to 0 because we are using an assignment operator here. So bin will be 0, and I is equal to, I will be equal to 1 because it's first at the units place and then gets incremented multiplied by 10. Okay, so I put a semicolon here. Okay, so this is our program for converting a decimal number to a binary number. So now we'll be running this code. So let's say we run this code now. Okay, so let's take a number which is 9. Okay, so we had seen two examples, two test cases. One is 9 and one is 17. Okay, so first we'll be working with decimal number 9. Yeah, see here you can see what are the outputs like. Step 1, 9 by 2, remainder which is 1, and quotient is 4. In the step 2, we take the quotient and divide it by 2, and the remainder we get is 0, and quotient is equal to 2. And further we have seen, so 9 decimal number in binary is 1001. So we test another number, let's say it's 17. Okay, So in this, we have seen what are the test cases in 17. So yeah, so here you can see 17 by 2 remainder 1 and quotient is 8, and stepwise we have seen what are the how we are getting the test case solving. So 17 decimal number in binary is 1001. So this is how we implement decimal number to a binary number using C++ code. Thank you.